Hey, Sean.
You busy?
Kinda. Why?
You want to go to Vegas?
Vegas?
NAB Show, premier destination for leaders in media and entertainment industry. Bringing together decision makers from all around the world, offering insight, cutting edge tools and innovation technologies, enabling storytelling. At least that's what the internet says.
Okay, I'm intrigued. And when is this exactly?
Oh, it's today.
Oh, today! Oh, today, Sean. Okay, yeah. I think I'm gonna drop everything and, yeah, let's go! Let's go inside. Hey, we're outside of the North Hall at NAB. Inside these doors, we're going to be exploring the world of audio production, all things having to do with cameras, camera accessories, and grip and lighting.
All right, Tess, so what you're looking at here is our GFX 100 RF camera, which actually is not even for sale yet. What's different about this is inside this body is our large format GF sensor. 102 megapixels inside this little package. 4K, does H.265, 264, and it's very, very good. I actually think it's going to be really good on a gimbal because it's so small. This is the legendary John Fowler, by the way.
Annoying guy trying to steal the camera.
I know, it's
This is so cool.
So now you've got a very, very sexy looking camera. This camera's not on the market yet. This particular one, called the GFX Eterna. It is a purpose-built cinema body. It does have an internal electronically variable ND. We know it will do 4K open gate, hot swapping. So you never have to turn the camera off because this will always be at full charge. Make sure you look at the other side of the camera.
Okay.
The user screen is mirrored on the other side.
I think you answered all of my questions.
The Skypanel X, right now it's built up as an X22. Now we have a dome on the bottom one, the hyper optic on the top. You can change those optics to get, a nice soft light or a really punchy hard light. Changing them is really simple. And when we use this, we can get a really powerful beam of light out of this fixture. And you can see up on the convention center ceiling the beam from this fixture. This is the L7C Plus. It's about 60% brighter than its predecessor on average. And
60%?
60%, yeah.
That's a lot.
Usually what I hear from a lot of people, I wish I could afford an Arri camera, which we're offering the Alexa 35 at a new price point. But if you want to know what makes the camera so special, first and foremost, image quality comes from how we designed our cameras when it comes to the image sensor. So the sensor is what, of course, captures lights and turns it into an image. And so with our sensor, we have the widest dynamic range possible. I think what makes our cameras really special is, of course, the images, but also the robustness. That every single camera that we build, we do what we call the shake and the bake test. That every camera, once it's assembled, we take it into a heating chamber where we take it all the way up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour while it's recording, and we make sure that it can take that maximum temperature that the camera is rated for, which is actually 113. Then we take that same climate chamber down to -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we also run it for another hour while it's recording at -4 right after we've done the hot test. And then we take it out after that and we put it on what's called a shaker, and it's supposed to simulate a couple 100 kilometers of cobblestone road of just a camera in the back of a truck. And then after they've done that, then they test the camera to make sure that it works after all of that, because the idea is that if it's going to fail, it's going to fail in one of those conditions before it ever leaves the factory. So every Arri camera you buy has gone through this shake and bake.
Cool. I mean, when you were talking about the heating and the cooling, I was like, wow, it sounds like really therapeutic, the body's probably feeling good, and then you add the shake into it.
My joke is that Arri cameras work better than the crews do in those conditions, right?
It's called image-based lighting. So it's the image that's creating the lighting effect, and it's mainly used for virtual production, but you can use it for other things too. So this tile that you see back here is a virtual wall. It's showing you that the video that you're seeing there is kind of the same video there, and you could stretch and really pick the areas that you want to highlight, and it's happening in real time. There's no delay.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The reason why you wouldn't use a tile like that is because it doesn't have as full of a color spectrum. So we've developed it to light people's faces and render their costumes and wardrobe accurately. So this has full spectrum lighting in it. That's why you see the little dots a little bit larger, because we want to throw the light and really illuminate people. While those are much smaller diodes, but it's meant to be shot in camera. That's why it looks like one image and you don't see the separation of the LEDs. You know, we have a fire thing, and it's obviously would cost you a lot more money to
actually
burn.
set things on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe it's more dangerous, right? So there's some pros and cons, definitely.
The reason that I look so serious is because this is serious business. I'm eating like a Rockefeller, this $20 chicken tendy meal. This is the size of the chicken tendy. In reference to my face, it's small. I have a large head, but it's still small. See this barbecue sauce that's on here? Guess how much? Did you guess? Did you guess $1? I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't guess that this is $1. So this bite of chicken tendy that I'm about to eat, probably $1.50 for this bite. So, am I, fabulously wealthy right now? Yes, I do feel that way, because this bite also has my hair in it now, but, oh yeah, it does. But, like, squishy, it's squishy. It's a squishy bite. Good bite. Oh, there's too much hair. I'm sorry. Eat at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
We're going to do a quick overview of the RS4 Minis. So these are actually the same gimbal, but they have two different gimbal setups. So this is the camera setup, and then we also now have a new phone clamp. So a lot of shooters are both DSLR or mirrorless shooters, and then they're also smartphone shooters. So you have the ability to shoot either configuration, however you want. There's also a new exciting tracking module. All right, so now the red light indicates that we're ready for tracking.
Okay.
So raise your right hand, hold your palm up.
Okay.
Okay, now put your hand down,
Yeah.
and you can move around as if you were being filmed for an interview. Uh-huh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you want to start recording, 2 fingers, the peace symbol up in the air, hold up 2 fingers. Yep. And then this will start flashing to indicate that it's about to start recording you.
Okay.
And then it will go solid green again. So now we're recording. We've never actually tried this with 2 before, but it is working.
This is the 28-135 PZ. Great lens, yeah. So what this is an f4 lens. This is your one lens solution for just about any kind of solo filmmaker. You're on location, it's going to be every focal length for you. What strikes you about this lens? You're going to have the fantastic lettering. You're going to have the big golden yellow mount. You're going to have the big teeth for follow focus. This is really the one lens solution. And this is on the Z6 III right now, which is one of our newer cameras. The Nikon cameras have come so far in video. For example, we just put shutter angle on this thing the other day. This camera does 6K RAW internal. Okay, this is a powerhouse of video. Probably one of the most powerful hybrids on the market. This is a 24 megapixel, does you up to 120 frames a second. If you haven't checked out Nikon, now is a really good time to do it.
We are featuring our latest, greatest cinema cameras. We have our EOS C400 and our EOS C80. They both have the exact same 6K full frame sensor, triple base ISO. They have next generation autofocus. It also has built-in Wi-Fi, so we're featuring our camera to cloud solutions. To have a multi-camera control app that you can use on your phone or an iPad.
Which one of these aspects do you feel like is the most important from, a cinematography?
Oh, I mean, it's the quality of the C400 cameras. For many, many years, Canon has long been believed to have the best color science, most accurate skin tones. People love the Canon look. And now the level they're working at with this level of cinema camera is right up there with any cinema camera you could name. I mean, anyone could shoot a feature on these with confidence.
I heard that NAB has a merch store, and this girl loves a shopping spree, so let's go see what they have. I'm not a toddler, but maybe as a crop top? Is this something we want to advertise? Is it? bucket hat. Yes, Y2K. Yes, it's Y2OK with me. You can cut that. Oh, I mean, this is fashion, is it not? This is NAB fashion at its finest, the polo tee. Icons. The cameraman knows me. And he makes fun of me, but we can do it. Hashtag gals in gear. Oh, that sounds cool. Ooh, this? Honestly, really useful. And NAB socks. I am a socks person. I do like socks. I'm wearing socks with my sandals right now. How much cooler would these sandals be if I had the NAB socks on? Dang. Do we have it in the budget?
So the first thing we have here is a wearable ND. It's not a brand new thing, but many people don't know about that. In typical application, especially for wedding, event, and location, there are always people carry the camera inside the house and out the house. The challenge of that, the exposure between in and outside is different. Sony camera, we have a wearable ND inside the cameras. What we do is we set on the highest ISO, and you can see the ND is changing gradually. Exposure between inside room and outside room, there's no change. What that means? It gives you a whole bunch of production flexibility. At Sony, we have it many years. We use the different levels. For example, on the FX6, it's more like a prosumer method. How it works is we have a special glass that can change the translucent. Okay, so basically we have our Venus camera here. As I said, Venus also have NDs, right? But they have much higher standards. So what we did, we built two carousel in the back, have a glass, this kind of rotation. So every time we rotation, we can put a one piece of glass, you need more ND, we can combine different combinations to give you accuracy step by step. This kind of camera called the system cameras. That's how people use for the news gathering. They also need ND. So what we did is actually we have a two rotation glass NDs that can combination and with the different rotation level have a different ND. So either will give you the result of the wearable ND, but give you the quality of the step ND on the Venus.
Okay.
So I'm Michael Mansuri. I'm co-founder and CEO of Radiant Images, and we had amazing opportunity to collaborate with one of the largest, most impactful production companies, Division Global, and the director Marius Gonzalez. We did something that was very unique and never done before, and that is to do high frame rate perspective shift. So just think about doing this. We used 100 Sony FX3s to capture 240 frames, and it's a blend of bullet time but it's beyond bullet time, because in bullet time in the past, it's always been like a still frame, and we shift the perspective. Here, we're shifting time and the perspective, and it's a mind-blowing effect. To take 100 Sony FX3s, capture them at 240 frames, and then in post we did a frame interpolation to turn it to 480 frames, and then also to expand the 100 cameras to 400 cameras. The effect is this incredible thing that I've never seen before, because
I know, I'm honestly, I can't, I'm having a hard time picturing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're at the Sony booth because we did a really cool collab where we developed a fiber solution for the Sony cameras. Fiber normally is like $20,000, $40,000 to add it to your camera, right? We developed a plug-and-play easy solution to be able to add fiber to any of your HDMI cameras, run it 1,000 feet, zero delay. Literally, it's 0.000002 delay, so you can't even see it.
Thank you for the honesty of admitting to the 0.002 on the end. Yeah.
Because if it was 0.3, then you wouldn't. That would ruin it. And you don't need to know anything about fiber. Just plug it in and it works.
Oh, that's so nice. You don't have to know anything about it.
You don't need to know anything. You can just keep being stupid and
So, hi everyone, this is Lisa from Epson Live. Yeah, we are at NAB Show. Now, this is our start product. We call it Saturn, and this is the 2.6. Yeah, and you see there, we have a very big screen here. There is, we have some concave screen, and here's the convex one. You see, it's very cool, right? This is our new product. Yeah, because Saturn is the ultra lightweight platform. Yeah, we can come here and have a closer look. Yeah, here is a very cool curve with the convex. Yes, here, and we come here and have a closer look, right?
Did I already mention that this is my favorite food group? Are there any particular lights that you say you must have, and any kind of set like has to be in your toolkit?
I swear by these. So I love these panels. These are basically portable windows. Anywhere you go, you can have the softest, largest lighting sources. Even if you're doing talking head interviews or you're just, someone belly button up, these are great fixtures with the different modifiers. They're easy to put up on the roof, thin enough, they're just wonderful light mats, completely lightweight.
Yeah.
Dude,
I love are you kidding? I help set up lights sometimes, and I gotta tell you that a big part of it is just putting the sandbags on the front of the freaking C-stand to make sure that they don't fall over. But
this is insane.
I like that you could just lean it up against something.
It's just a light product, and we actually had it on the wall, but people kept asking how heavy it was. It's like, we got to pull it down. Come feel how heavy it is. It's not heavy at all.
Yeah.
It packs down into a small case, but I swear by these panels because it gives you the largest, softest lighting source. It just makes skin tones look great.
Yeah.
RGB, so not only do you have your tungsten values of daylight and tungsten, but you also have blue, green, all the HSI modes. So the amount of things that I can do with these lights that don't involve me having to bust out a Bowens mount giant softbox or this and that is way better for me. And I'm getting older, so like you said earlier, I do just being able to throw something up that doesn't break my back.
Assembly, you said.
Oh, so this is just Velcroed on, and all these light mats do is fold out into a 2x1.
You see? Look at that. It's kind of gorgeous. I'm gonna shoot a whole movie just in this little pocket.
We keep joking about taking this to the pool.
What makes our cases unique, obviously we're waterproof, crush proof, and dust proof, but there's a lot of functionalities on the product that make it really special. Like this is our 935, our best seller, with our Pro Photo Kit with dividers and internal organization. Double stackable handle, so super comfy for folks that want to whirl around the airport or wherever you're traveling. Polyurethane wheels, so smooth. We have over-molded handles, so small details that make the product unique. Or what's really the kicker for us, and the feedback we're getting is that our latches are really what really makes the product amazing. Easy to use, making sure that they're really helping the product stay safe and not having your hard case open up and then break that valuable gear, right? So how do we bring that whole essence of, again, protect, organize, and mobilize into day-to-day life? We know that people today travel a lot, work from home, right, and bring their expensive gear in and out.
Oh, and want to shoot on the go, right?
We want to shoot on the go. So this is a new bag for carrying your kind of personal equipment for the day, laptop sleeve. But what's cool about it is that we've added some EVA pockets to protect your valuables, EVA bottom as well for your laptop when you drop it on the floor. Want to make sure it's well protected.
So you can see in here is one of our newest anamorphic lenses. So you can see it's 1.33 anamorphic lenses, but this one is not the manual one. It's the autofocus one.
Okay.
Yeah, so means you can use the anamorphic lenses in autofocus.
Yeah.
That's something new in the market.
Okay.
So now we have the 40, we have the 20.
Yeah.
You can see from this one. Yeah, now it's autofocus.
Wow. Do you feel like anamorphic lenses are just more popular than ever before right now?
Yes, because we introduced the affordable anamorphic lenses. So everybody can afford an anamorphic lens now.
We have been showing at NAB 2025 the very first look at the Nucleus M2, which is a 4-channel wireless follow focus, meaning you're controlling focus, iris, zoom, and an ND motor wirelessly.
Okay, and remotely, yeah?
remotely.
From how remote?
About 500 feet. Some of our options go up to 1,000. Some are a little bit less, around 300. You have this wheel on the front, which is controlling focus. You're getting that display on the ring, which is a fairly unique feature for a system in this price point. You're also seeing your iris information, so how open or closed the lens is, and that's updating in real time. And then the zoom.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Hey, we're outside of the NAB West Hall, where we're going to be looking at some of the AI technology and radio, streaming, transmission, startups, media supply chain, automation and management, ad tech, and asset management and automation. A lot of things that I'm excited to learn about, and I hope you are too. Okay, remember when I said, hey, we're outside of the NAB West Hall? Yeah, so full transparency, we didn't do any of that. Why? Good question. Well, unless you're into telecom infrastructure, satellite uplinks, or giant broadcast towers, which is so cool. If that's your jam, then let me tell you, West Hall is for you. But it just wasn't exactly what we were looking for on this round. Oh, except for one huge exception, Frank over at Vimeo. We were able to talk to him, and Vimeo is doing some amazing things to help facilitate more opportunities for indie content creators on their platform. Okay, well, sorry, we're really excited about Vimeo, but also to increase the level of excitement, there's mints. So just so that I don't stink poor Frank out of the building, I'm gonna take out one of these mints that has a V on it for Vimeo. And now I'm minty fresh, ready to go.
Well, that's not all we announced here at NAB. We do have some great mints though at our booth. We're here talking about Vimeo streaming primarily, which it's really an offering to allow creators to connect with their audience, monetize their content as they'd like, and be compensated fairly, right? So Vimeo streaming is a really unique opportunity for creators that want to have that connection to their audience, know what they want to watch, engage with them, even reward them through some membership tiering and exclusive offerings. So it's a cool opportunity, but beyond that, it's about scaling your business as a creator. And now what we're seeing is that folks are seeing themselves as a business and a brand. You don't have to be an enterprise. You don't have to be, a giant conglomerate. You yourself can make your brand shine. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're offering tools not to take away from the creator, but rather to empower them and help them scale their business. That's really what's going to help democratize the market, I think.
There is no bad light company, there's no bad camera company, there's no bad lens company. Find what works for you, adapt to it, use it, and just enjoy what you're doing. And if you don't like what you do, if you're not having fun, stop doing it.
I love it. Yeah, okay, so I'm ready to shoot a movie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. There's something so legitimately electric about being in an environment where everyone is so passionate about the innovation that they're creating for whatever kind of industry. But the fact that the industry happened to be the one that we work in, when Sean asked me to go to NAB, I said, yes, 100%, let's drop everything and go.